So for those of you who don't need the money now, then I would take that cycle, the down cycle, with utter joy and add. Expect to see an 80% drawdown. Maybe it's less this time. Maybe it's more. Solana was down 97% this time. ETH was last time down 97%. And embrace it, because every time you buy those lows, you're going to 10, 20, 50x, depending on what you're buying. Just of major coins, right? So it is a huge wealth generator. If you imagine Solana last year was a 10x in crypto spring. We haven't got to summer or fall yet. We're just transitioning to summer now. So if you've got a long-term time horizon, you will definitely make more money by following that route. Buy the sell-off, embrace it, have cash ready for it. Right now, we're probably in the last opportunity to put cash into the market. So if you've got cash or you're waiting, now is the last chance, because after this, we hit the banana zone and everything goes a bit crazy. And then it becomes unviable, and your entry levels, if we do have a bear market, then you're below water. You should not be from these levels. So, or not by much anyway. These are good final levels to jam in as much as you can. Okay, so if you're the long-term person, wait for 2026 and go, yeah, I can't believe I can get more and compound more wealth. Get some cash ready for that and be ready when everybody's panicking. You be the person to stand up and say, I got money. Because don't forget, nobody has money when you bloody need to. It was hard for me to find money because cash flows have gone down, because the economy's slow, all the other things that you have to deal with. But anyway, okay, that's one route. The other route, a bunch of you say, well, I want to take everything off the table. I don't want to deal with the stress of the down markets. That's fine too, right? We all need to understand our own psychology and our behavior patterns. I can't help with timing the top. I know that it should be, by my work, sometime in summer to winter of 2025. But when? Well, my liquidity stuff says, well, liquidity should peak in July of 2025. Is that going to be definitely right? I don't know, but directionally it's going to be roughly right, because it will look like most other cycles. Generally, the cycles have peaked at the end of the year, but could that change? Remember, the last cycle was a weird one, because we had this huge run-up, we had a peak, we had a huge sell-off, then we had another peak, didn't make much progress, and then it collapsed after that at the end of the year. The 2013 cycle was different. It was a super pump in the end, and 2017 was an accelerated pump. So of the three cycles we've had, the 2021 top was actually a bit of an outlier, but we don't know what the tops are going to look like, is my point. So how are you going to time that? Let's imagine you get out roughly right, within 10, 20% of the high or whatever. Okay, and let's say you've turned $100 into $1,000, and now you're waiting for the bear market. I will guarantee you will not put the same amount back in, because you'll be terrified of losing it. And what you'll end up doing is sizing the position much smaller than you would have done. And you play with a negative psychology of, I don't know when to add. And before you know it, you've actually screwed the whole thing up. When if you'd have kept it and added, would have been better. So that's one thing I think most people don't realize is it could be easy to take profits, and like I did in 2017, you don't have regrets even if it goes up more. The hard thing is actually putting the same amount back in again. It's a real psychological problem. So think that one through. I don't like that way of doing things. I think everybody's trying to be too cute. Here's my suggested path for most people, and it's maybe something I will do this time myself, is we don't know what the cycle peak is going to look like. We don't quite know when it's going to be. We do know it would be crazy early if it finished this year. Usually, the back part of the year after the US election, there's usually a screaming pump into the end of the year. So my advice is use that in terms of time and not price. And take maybe a third off the table for lifestyle chips. Okay, now you can buy your car or your house if you're lucky, or whatever it is, or some extra savings, right? Take some money out of crypto land, put it into fiat world where you live, secure your lifestyle, the things that matter to you. Right, now you've taken all of the pressure off. You've done it via time and not price, which is towards the end of the year, I'm going to take a third off. I don't really care what the price is, because it will be up a lot. So I'm just going to take it off, and then now I've de-risked my life, so I can now run 2025 more intelligently. So 2025, you can then run with the rest of the money that you've got, the 2/3 remaining, and you can say, okay, I'm going to take some off by about the summer if I wanted to take more off. Maybe you don't. Maybe just run the rest because you've now de-risked your lifestyle. That's my favorite approach. But what I would have a tendency to do is if we do get a mega pump, the 2013-17, then take another third off when that happens. If it doesn't and it gets stunted, it doesn't matter. You've taken a third off, you've protected your lifestyle, and then you can then buy some cash with that. If you keep that cash, you can buy the dip, or you use it to, as I said, for your lifestyle chips. But this way, you're now ready for whether it stops early. You don't care because you've taken your money off the table, but you're still in the game. Right? That being in the game is the secular trend. That's the most important thing to me. But if it really goes wild, you take a bit more off, and you can put it into the lifestyle chips bank, and then you've still got a position. Because if you don't have a position in a secular market, I think you end up making suboptimal choices.
Welcome back to Kaspa. Just kidding, guys. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, so that was Raoul. I'll link that video down below. He gave some good advice. We don't give advice on this channel, but he gave some good advice. So, anyways, yeah, that was good stuff, and I would suggest listening to that whole doggone video. So, I'll put that down below. He gives some good kind of timing advice on how to play the current market situation. So, we are back after a long hiatus. We're gonna talk about a little country that we went to, we saw, we conquered, called Aruba. And we introduced someone down there that is back today. And her name is Lindsay. Welcome back to the show, Lindsay.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Lindsay. How's everybody doing today?
Yep, she's back. And we're going to talk about some stuff. Bottom line, the country that people were trying to guess should have been Aruba. There are many ways to get that. No one got it. So no one got the FLR reward, people.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's shocking because I know our audience is super smart, but they may have not been as engaged as they should have been, right?
But to be honest, to be honest, I would have probably not guessed it.
Yeah, we had never been there, so. But we got some other stuff going on with another run we're going to take, another global jog, if you will. We're not going to tell you where, but we are going to probably have multiple giveaways. So that should be good. We'll talk about that more when we go or as we get closer to going. So we're back. People, we took some time off. We had a pretty significant event in our life in that we lost a dear, dear man in our life, Nonno. And he was 100. We almost got 101. And it was a tough one, but he lived a good life, and he sowed some good seeds. And, you know, we're moving on, but we had to take some time off and rest. And, you know, just kind of get through some stuff. once we got back from Aruba. So our apologies for shutting down the show for a little bit. And but anyways, we love him, and R.I.P.
Yep, he was a really good guy, and I was very blessed to know him for 23 years, and, you know, God gave me an amazing, amazing Nonno, and I wouldn't have asked for a better Nonno than him. He was amazing.
Yeah, so not to get into our personal life too much, but you guys have all been through death and stuff, I'm sure, at some point. You know, maybe you haven't. That's great. But, you know, we just wanted to get that out of the way. So we're back, and we're going to power forward, because that's what he would want us to do, right? Right, Limsey?
Yep, and he's in a better place, so I'm happy for that.
Yep. No more pain, so. Anyways, so yeah, we were in Aruba. You idiots should have got that.
Wow. Eddie, why would you say that?
I'm sorry, Crash, but man, you guys could have got that. No one cares. You guys will care when Flair's at about $5, of course. And everyone's gonna be like, hey, let me get some of that. Now that it's at 2.5 cents, of course, no one wants it. What do you think of that, Lindsay?
I don't know.
Anyways, so, man, a ton has gone on in the markets. Okay, an absolute ton. We got Bitcoin at 61,500. It is the 27th of June today. XRP's at 47. It's been under 50 for probably a week. You know, a lot of stuff has pulled back. But one particular one that is of interest, Kaspa, is at 18 cents, near all-time highs, up 26% in the last 7 days. We're going to do a separate video, a catch-up video on that. But, you know, we've been following that for some time. And it's proving to be a very interesting situation. So we'll talk more about that. But a lot of the alts have pulled back. You know, Bitcoin, this is very typical after the halving. It very often does this. It could be sideways for another month or two, or it could just, you know, power forward and skyrocket anytime now. So you just don't know. But just a ton of stuff in politics. They're putting stuff through. We got is in the form of regulations. A lot of stuff's being looked at. So we'll talk more about that as we go forward. So yeah, there's one other thing. Let me see here on the FLR side. Okay, and I'm going to link this video down below too. It's just a FLR update, but there is huge stuff going on with it. They're getting ready to launch F assets, and they're really in the testing, working some bugs out, but a lot of stuff's going to be launched, and that is going to be a huge layer one. So people, you know, we're interested in it. We do reward with FLR, and we're going to continue to do that for the time being. But just have a quick listen.
Along to the main news. Yes, the minting demo app is live. Everyone was screaming when F assets. Well, it's pretty much just around the corner. If you do want to get involved, you can actually participate using the link over on the FLR Network official account. And yes, it's a very exciting time. This is one of the main protocols which makes the FLR Network unique. It's the idea of being able to bridge assets in a trustless manner, fully collateralized and actually handled by smart contracts and backed up by agents' collateral. And if you have got into this already, congratulations, because you are helping to identify issues and expedite the rollout of this on the main net. So FLR actually posted with this, and they thank everyone for interacting with the F Asset Demo DApp. And this is all the things that come from your feedback. This is what you want to actually use if you want to get involved. Coston-fassets-mint-demo.coston.rocks. A bit of a mouthful, but you can find this tweet if you are interested and are yet to participate. So just talking about some of the updates, what they've had and the fixes. And as I mentioned, as a user, everyone's talking about when F assets, and the sooner you can participate and get involved and identify these issues, the sooner the team can rectify them and get things rolled out first on Songbird, then Coston 2, and then obviously the FLR network. So pretty great stuff here. I'm pretty excited about it, and yeah, you should definitely check it out. Some incredible news here. It's not really unexpected though, because this proposal, I believe it was FIP08, actually recently passed on the Songbird network, and this is the fast update, the upgrade to the FTSO V2, whatever you want to call it. And yes, the voting is now over. So implementations to bring up to 1,000 data feeds with block latency are happening. So first, of course, this is going to happen on the Songbird network and eventually the FLR network too. So pretty incredible stuff. This really does solidify the FLR network's #1 top position as the blockchain for data. And it's something in terms of an oracle that we've never seen before, this type of scale with such low cost. And if you are a developer, you're going to be able to access all of the data feeds on-chain at a very cheap price.
So yeah, pretty bonkers what's going on with FLR. I'll link that video down below too. You might want to listen to the whole thing. There's a lot going on, but you'll see it, and it's going to be reflected in the performance and the utility of the token and other tokens on that network. So FLR up 2%, Fetch AI down 12.9. So interesting stuff going on with AI too, as you can see out there. You know what, Lindsay, what are your thoughts, just top of your head, what are your thoughts on AI?
I think AI is interesting.
Yeah.
I like some of the things with AI and stuff.
Yeah, what do you find interesting about it?
Art, I guess.
Yeah.
I like
It can
art.
create art and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna do a vid on AI because there's just a lot going on with that, and it does feed into crypto. We have some thoughts on AI here at the Crash and Eddie Show, so we'll have to talk about that down the road. All right, one other thing I want to bring to your attention real quick here. Let me grab it. So yeah, I had to get a little Gala in there, right? Yeah. So there is a lot going on with Gala, and everyone is so down on them. I shouldn't say everyone, but there's a few key influencers out there. I don't know if I'd even call him an influencer, but he's trying, and that is one Stash. Stash, you and I are going to have it out one of these days because of some of the stuff that you're saying about Gala. I got a problem with that just because some of it's just flat out not true. So, and I don't think that's cool, man. But that'll be for another time. Anyways, so yeah, Gala's down. I mean, a lot of the alts have pulled back. They're pretty much at number 74, 2.7 cents. So they pulled back like a lot of cryptos, you know. That's just what it is. But you should see the opportunity in the world today. Don't get all down and out and take advantage of stuff, you know.
That's right.
Right, Limsey?
Yeah, and I like Gala Games. There's a lot of cool games out there. I think that they should try to do more games, you know, and just try their best.
Yeah, they got their work cut out. They definitely, I think it was a great move, building their layer 1 blockchain. That was huge. That took a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of developers. That is it. That's out there, and it seems to work pretty well. So now they're kind of breaking away from Ethereum, which is a big nut too. So we'll see. I mean, stuff takes time, and building games is hard and expensive. The people that really down them, they're thinking that, oh, it's just going to be an instant game coming out, and that's just not how building video games are. It's just not. And now you're building in blockchain. It's difficult. So
when you try to like reach your goals and your dreams, it takes a really long time.
It's not easy, right? It takes time and effort. There's no substitute for that.
Yeah, this world is not easy.
Right. All right, people. That's it for this show. We just want to get back to it a little bit. Give you guys a couple quick high-level updates. Sorry about Aruba, man. You guys should have been a little more diligent, guys and gals. But we're going to have more coming, so we'll have some fun with it. And we got a lot of stuff happening, so we'll keep building our community. You know, you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll put out another video as soon as possible on something a little more specific, right?
I hope everybody enjoys their last few days of June, and I hope that everybody has a good one, and please share and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get notified when there's more videos from us.
Alright, people, that's it. We are out of here. Try and sow some good seeds out there, people.
Yep, enjoy the rest of June, everybody, and have a good day. And please share, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notified.
Once again, do that. Get that done for us, people. Hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. And be careful, because you might just get some education out of it. Crash and Eddie. Limsey standing for Crash. We are out of here.
Ciao a tutti.